Good morning. It's Saturday, January 27th, 2018. Welcome to the Ghost Rock and Western HO scaled indoor model railroad. This is an update. I just wanted to comment on the styles of model railroads that people have. My railroad is kind of a freelance style. I don't particularly model any particular area. So what I've done is pretty much run my trains like a rail fan. I like to watch the trains. I like to watch them roll by. I like the sound and the clickety-clack of the tracks. I like to watch the weathered cars. I'd like to watch the locomotives, including the steam engines and the rods and the wheels. That's just what I do. I don't follow any particular rule book. To me, trains run in straight lines. In real life they do. But I know a lot of model railroaders like to have curves and grades and things, but I wanted to run long trains, so I have no grades. But I do have certain elevations. The curves I have here on the Ghost Rock and Western are pretty much basic. They're just wide curves, upper and lower on the west side. I'm sorry, the south side here. And then the north side, I'll show you a picture of that. There is a couple of areas of interest that I can show you. This is the side of the railroad that I started with. I know that I kind of made a few errors when it comes to landscaping and the rocks and things and the placement, but you know, this isn't my first rodeo, but it is when it comes to HO. And I know I had a couple of elementary HO layouts, 4x8s and 4x12s, but this is my first attempt at using FlexTrack, and the dimensions of this railroad are 32 by 10 approximately. I've got a couple of peninsulas. This here was my first mountain. It's a 4 tracks, upper and lower. But again, I have to stress that I like to watch the trains run. So as you can see, I've got a lot of straightaways. I mean, I got long straightaways, and that's because I like to run long trains. Here's an example. I got a 30 car train on one, a 26 car tank train. And the motive power is all old school Atlas. No DCC for me. At least not yet. DCC is something I haven't really delved into. I like to just watch the trains run. I run them slow, prototypically. I don't really race them through like most guys do. That is a common mistake. This locomotive is fairly new. I bought it brand new. It's an older Mahano International Hobby Corporation, Baltimore and Ohio. It's got a Baltimore and Ohio livery, but I'll probably change that. I'll probably just get rid of it and have it undecorated. Nice heavy duty mountain type. Runs great. Being brand new and an old school locomotive, it runs at nice, slower, prototypical speeds. My rolling stock is nothing special. It's a lot of Tyco and Lifelike and Bachmann. There are some Athearn and some Mantua and a lot of manufacturers, but I basically look for deals. You know, I don't want to pay a lot of money for this stuff. I'd rather own a lot of stock, something I can handle properly, because some of the stuff, if you pick it up, details tend to break off. I try weathering my own cars, but I don't weather any $50 pieces of rolling stock. I'm just not that confident, I guess. These bridges here were made out of basswood and balsa wood. They're a little out of scale, but I think they serve well. I've also got a nice long yellow reefer train. I've got a wide array of some yellow reefers. Good stuff. I've added more trees to the mountain. This is a second tunnel. Not the first one that I showed you, but the second one. I've added more trees to it, and you've probably seen this fire watchtower in other videos. These are paper fronts of buildings. They were cut and glued to cork board and attached to the side wall. And being in Lake Havasu, I thought that balloons might be a special addition to the sky. Here's an upper view of the railroad. It's pretty much a rectangular, long, straightaway type. Again, I have to stress that I like to run the trains in straight lines. I have a seated cushion here that I use. Here, I sit on the cushion and I roll back and forth within the layout at eye level. I enjoy the trains as they move. Here's the newest edition. I put together a little platform so I can have more buildings in sight. In the past, I had terrain that was like this. This was all the way down the end of the railroad, but I built a couple of foam additions to raise the height of it, so from the other side of the layout over here I could see, I could see the buildings and the trains as they run by. I'm also putting in a tunnel for vehicles. This is a tunnel heading into town for vehicles. And this brick wall here is styrene. It was about $9 for a couple of sheets. I painted it, weathered it, and installed it as a tall retaining wall. The vehicles will travel down this road right through the tunnel. And it'll come to another area here that is going to house a roadhouse type situation, roadhouse and country gas station. I repainted this building. I bought it already assembled, but it needed weathering, so I used some barnwood paint and lightened up the dark wood here. It's pretty much an abandoned sawmill. It's got a saw right there and an old tire and some, extra lumber and a little track area. And it's attached to the layout. Again, here we are on the other side of the layout, and I want to zoom in onto the flat surface that I put up. See, there is here's the tunnel, and there's the flat surface there where buildings will go. This is temporary, but as you can see, I'll be able to have the track at the same height as the terrain. There's the new section there. You can see the top of the foam. It'll be landscaped later. You get an idea of what it looks like this. I know it seems a little flat, but rising the elevation up so the buildings can be seen is really what I'm trying to go after. You can see how it just drops off down there, but when I'm inside rolling on my bench wheel cushion, I can view this stuff from the other side, including the roadhouse. Visitors won't be able to see it unless they get inside. Well, that's about it really for now. I am a G-scaler, and I think I'm going to be running some G-scale today outside. It's a nice blue sunny day. Not too many chemtrails out yet blocking the sun. So if I get out there early enough, I should be able to run my trains and maybe get some video of it for you guys later. Anyway, that's it. Signing off from the HO Scale Indoor Ghost Rock and Western Model Railroad. Thanks for watching.